Hello, this is Leech83. How we do? Welcome to episode number 4 of the Rise of Morecambe, where we're going to try and take Morecambe from League 2 in England and try and get them up the divisions if we possibly can. We're about to start the season. We've made a couple of decent signings to the team. Everything's going not too bad so far. So let me just quickly go through just the time just now, and then I'll get us to the first game, which is against AFC Wimbledon, and we'll be able to have a look at this now. One of the things that's kind of annoying me at the moment, it is another one, right? Send the scouts away to try and find young players that have got the potential to come in with to us, and they're one of the suggestions in this one. Carlos Tevez. How the fuck are Morecambe going to afford Carlos Tevez? Look at the update from England. First name Wayne Rooney, Danny Welbeck, and Gabriel Bonlehoir. Fucking be realistic. Come on, be realistic with the fucking targets. I'm asking for young people that we could try and get a hold of. We'll need to have a look at the scouting instructions and fix them up. But this is the team. We've got, let's start with from the goalkeeping position. We've got Thompson in goal, we've got Wilson out at right back, we've got Edwards and Dugdale in the middle with Kieran Tierney, who's coming from Celtic. We've got Bonswell at the left mid, we've got Wildig and Kenyon in the midfield alongside Devitt in the right. We've got Barcusen and Miller up front. We've brought in a couple of boys to try and kind of fix up the team a little bit. We brought in this boy Gil Martin, who's actually going to be my new goalkeeper instead of Thompson. And the rest of the players are kind of, well, what can you really do with them? You're just kind of hoping for the best. Now, my philosophy for this, if you've not seen it, the first kind of episodes, which I'll leave a link to in the description anyway, but basically the philosophy is to get them in young and get them trained up. So as you can see, the guys that I'm training up here, we've got Charlie Bailey, Jack Keller, Nathan Bonswell, Tony Thompson, Jack Ryan and Charlie Bailey as a back to start. But basically trying to train up the young boys to try and A, get a bit of value out of them, B, increase their rating and get them obviously bled for the rest of the season, and then finally C is to obviously give them the experience that they need, because these are going to be the mainstay of the team when it comes to in the future. But nonetheless, I've waffled on enough. Let's get into our first game, which, as I say, is against AFC Wimbledon. We'll be. I actually really like this strip. If it's something that I can afford, I might actually run out and get this top, because that top is actually really nice. I quite like that black there with the grey and yellow. So nonetheless, as again with all the games that I do, I'll be putting in some highlights. Hopefully we can get a result. Just to show you, we've moved it up to world class on this career mode, so hopefully we'll be able to do okay. So we've got it at 4 minutes at world class, and just the normal default kind of pattern that's on there just now. So let's see how it goes, and as I say, leave in some highlights and I'll come back after the game. Yeah, well, a pretty dire game to be honest with you, but a 1-0 win nonetheless. As you can see, there was nothing to come forward in regards to highlights. Sean Miller getting a goal in the 73rd minute and a miss in the 90th minute. It was as close as we came to any sort of highlights. It really was very drab. But nonetheless, it's a winning start to the league, which we can't really complain about, so I'm happy with that. And what we'll do now is we'll just quickly get forward into our next game, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so we've done some more training on the players just before we get into this next game. Keller got a B, Bonswell gets a C, Kieran Tierney gets a D, Martin gets a C, and Bailey gets an A. So decent all kind of round, which isn't too bad, and it's just kind of getting them up gradually as we go forward. Now our next game is in the Cup, and we're just going to get to that just now. Still not fixed the scouting thing, I'll get to that in time. But this next game is against Cardiff, which is going to be a very, very tricky game. But nonetheless, we will give it our best and hopefully we can do okay. Actually, just before we go into this, I'm just going to double check the team because I know a couple of them were a bit knackered. Actually, I'm just going to switch this up a little bit because I know I've got no chance in this game. So I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit just now and see how we go, and just give a couple of these kind of main players a bit of a kind of rest off the park just now and see how we go through that. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll just go with that. And we'll save that changes. Yeah, so as I say, the cup, it would be good to make some progress, but being the fact that we're against a team like Cardiff City, I don't really hold much faith that we're able to do anything, but you never know. We may be able to get something out, so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we'll get a wee bit more highlights than one goal in this one, so we'll see how it goes.
Attack. And there's the goal! Fantastic goal, this one. Coming in from the right. That was so inviting. Wonderful delivery. Great ball, great goal. Well, it was a powerful side, and they really got the ball with a lot of aggression.
Get the fuck in, that's unbelievable result, 2-1, and what about that howler with the keeper? It's honestly one of the worst goalkeeper fails I've ever seen. Just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, but I'll take it, and it's a 2-1 win, progress in the Capital One Cup, and it was something which I did not expect, to be honest with you. So as I say, I will happily take it. Really performed beyond my expectations in that one, and done really well. So let's have a look. It's still this kind of scouting thing, so I'll kind of fix them off recording, and we'll just progress with the time just now before our next game, which is at home to Stevenage. So we'll need to again make some brief changes to the squad, just to get some of the fresher guys back in there, and just to kind of change things up again, because I don't want to end up getting these guys absolutely knackered. So we're just going to rotate the team a little bit, just to get different kind of faces into the team, and we kind of hope for the best in regards of a bit of progress more than anything else. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Let's see, that's kind of how I kind of wanted to be, everybody's kind of a bit fresh on that. So it's basically just going by a wee bit of squad rotation before every game, and hopefully we can do not bad. So let's get into this game against Stevenage, and hopefully, as I say, we can get a result in this and continue our good league form if we can. Well, very disappointed with that result, beaten 1-0 at home to Stevenage. I don't know how that actually is in real life, how that would be. It just seems like one of those ones that no matter what I did, it just wouldn't go right. My defence partied like the Red Sea for their goal. and just didn't seem to want to get close, and just seemed like everything we did was wrong. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board with the team and the tactics and have a little look at a few things and see how this is going to play out, because it is obviously early in the season anyway. But this episode will be wrapped up here. We'll finish it off. Let's just have a little quick look at the calendar to see where we are. So we've got an empty week, which is good. We'll get some players to get a rest, and then we've got Exeter City away on the 22nd, which isn't too bad. And then we've got the next round of the Cup against Brentford, which again isn't too bad either, so that's not too bad for the run in for the rest of this month. And in regards to the actual overall kind of situation, we are currently sitting 13th at the moment, which is just round about mid-table, which is where we kind of need to be in regards of our targets that have been set out by the board. But obviously it's not where I want to be. I really want to push up the table a little bit more, but when you see games like that, I mean, actually looking at the table now, Stevens are below us. That was their first win against us, so I mean, it's early doors yet to kind of say where it's going to go, but nonetheless it still leaves the door open, and as I say, we need to look at another few things. But nonetheless, it's as I say, a mixed bag of progress, and we'll see how it goes in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed this, please drop a like, subscribe if you don't already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.